Hello friends, so glad to be with you for a few minutes today. Got a very unusual podcast today that I want to talk to you about. I'm in a very unusual place. One of those places that just really make you pause and think. I'm in a Jewish cemetery, and it's amazing. You look at the lives that were here, so many of these grave sites that are here. But it's just incredible. This one died May the 8th, 1883. Here's another one, 1891. This one passed, 1894. This is a very old cemetery. And, you know, as I'm thinking about this, I'm looking across, and of course I'm just reflecting on all of the lives that are represented here. Every one of these people had dreams. They had hopes. They lived a life. There's no telling how many of them had children, or maybe many children. They had prayers they prayed. They had lives that they lived. I mean, it's really very interesting as you just begin to reflect. A lot of times we'll just look at situations like this and, you know, we'll almost just kind of take it in our mind with, yeah, that's a cemetery. That's a place where people are buried. But it's more than that. This is a place where people are buried that represents lives that were lived and dreams that were held, hopes that they embraced, and some of them I'm sure fulfilled. I'm sure some of them not fulfilled. I wonder how many disappointments are in this place. How many joys were in this place. I mean, this is just really, it's such a thing to reflect, and especially as I look where many of these are 100 years old, 120 years old, older than that even. I mean, this is a very old Jewish cemetery. It's quite amazing, really. But it made me think, and it's something that I wanted to share with you, because these people in their life were probably not any different than you are in your life. You know, you woke up this morning, you thought about what you wanted to do, and you have hopes for tomorrow. You're reaching toward things that you were just, you know, hoping would turn out for you. You've going to work, coming home, can't wait to see your family. You know, every one of these people had those exact emotions. They had those exact feelings, but now here they are, their season is over, and all that's left of them is the memory of who they were and of what they did. Now, I'm going a long way around because I want to challenge you with something today. I want to challenge you with what I call an obituary challenge. Now, I know that probably sounds really morbid. No, you're not planning to die. We're going to keep you here as long as we possibly can. But the obituary challenge is this, because too often, here's what happens. We live our life and we're hoping things will turn out. You know what I'm saying? We think we've got plans in our mind, and we're wanting things to happen in our life, and too often we're not even sure what those things are. You know what I'm saying? It's like we're not sure. We got ideas, but it's not very clear in our head. But an obituary challenge is to where you sit down and you write your own obituary that says, here is, and you can put your name there. This is what he did in life. This is what he planned in life. Now, what that does, that gives you a clear track to run on. See, a lot of people, they go through their life and they're not very clear on what they want to accomplish. And unfortunately, they live their life through, and before you know it, their name is on a tombstone, and that reflects something of their life. But what does your obituary say for you? Now, that's not just the fact of saying what I want people to say. That gives me an assignment to say, I need to accomplish that. If it says I'm going to be a good father, then I need to make whatever reservations that I need to make to become a good father. if it was the fact that he was a man who believed in God and walked in prayer and walked in faith, then I want every movement that I have from this day to that to reflect that. See, because if you know where you're going, if it's clear in your mind what needs to happen, then it'll make your journey much better. You'll be much more equipped. Here's what I want to be said at the end of my days. Therefore, I need to start to work on that now. I'm actually writing it as I live, but I'm writing it in advance to say this is what I want to be. And I say that because I think there's a lot of you who have great purpose in your life. You have great plans. God has some wonderful things for you, but it's really muddy. It's like you don't know exactly what it is that you're supposed to accomplish. You know, it's like, well, I guess I'm just going to get up and go to work and come home and go to bed, and tomorrow get up and go to work. That's fine. I mean, it's very admirable to somebody who takes care of their family like that, and they're consistent. But what more do you want said about you? Do you want something said about your character, about your person, what you believe, the kind of person who you were, the dreams that you had, you know, the friendships that you affected, the relationships that you had an impact on? I mean, those are all the things that at the end of my days, I want to be remembered about me. Do you understand? And I can't just hope that happens. What I have to do is be diligent about those things to make that happen. You know, the obituary challenge, and please don't take it. I know that sounds horribly morbid, and here I am in a place that is sometimes very sad as you begin to look at, because, you know, it's a symbol of death, but it's more than a symbol of death. This is statues of hope and of dreams, whether fulfilled or unfulfilled. This is monuments of passion that people had and lives that they lived. They laid their life down for something. They gave themselves for it. But they knew what it was. You understand? It was clear to them, I need to have this accomplished. And in the obituary challenge, what it does, as I think about this is what I want to be remembered for, suddenly now I have something to work on. I have a track now to run on. This is what I want to accomplish. Sometime between today and the time that I lay down and take my last breath, I would like for this to be thought of me, this to be said of me. I want this to be said of Jerry Edmon, that he was a man who was kind, that he was a man who raised his children with an understanding of their potential, and the relationship that he had with God was not just held to himself or held at a distance, but it was something that defined his life. I mean, these are things that if I want to be said at that time, I have to start on it now. And that's done through my actions now. See, you might feel like, well, I just don't feel like getting up and doing anything. Come on, you are called to more than that. You are. You're called to more. You're called to accomplish something important in life that at the end of your days, they will say, this is who this person was, and this is how life was shaped because they were here. You know, and it could be that's kind of like this one that I'm looking at right here. Her name is Rosa, and she was born in July the 12th, 1834, and she died on July the 15th, 1885. I mean, that's a life. It says Rosa, the wife of Simon Frank. It's a life that was lived, a life that had value. It says there she was a wife. There was this woman did something. And all of these tombs that are here, they represent something. What is your tomb going to represent? What is your obituary going to say about you and your life? I want you to think about that for a few moments, because this is the time for you to begin to write that. But it's not just for the sake of writing, it's for the sake of doing. Suddenly, I'm writing this down, and now I know I've got something that I need to accomplish. I've got something I need to change. I've got something that I need to do, something I need to be. You understand? These are the things that define us as people. But it can't just be whatever comes will happen. It can't be that. You have more power in your life than that. It will happen because you made it happen. The things will be accomplished because you got up and you said, I may not even feel good today, but I guarantee you I'm not staying in this situation. I'm rising above it. Do I have sickness in my life? I'm going to overcome. Do I have an area of poverty in my life? I'm going to overcome. See, you want to be known. This man, this woman, they were people who were overcomers. They were people who faced the challenges that were given to them, and they didn't lay down and quit just because adversity stuck its head up. You understand? And that's the value, that's the importance of doing an obituary challenge, is because you're laying the framework for what your life is going to accomplish between now and the time that you take your last breath. That's really going to sum up your stewardship, because you're going to stand in judgment and you're going to give account for everything that you've done in this body. Now, that's what the Word says. He tells you that. And so what I want it to do is I want to accomplish something, guys. I don't want to. This is one reason why I'm coming to you today. I want the fact that I was here to have an impact on people that I knew and maybe some that I didn't know, in a positive way. I don't want it to be a thank God he's gone. I don't want that. I want it to be, he impacted my life. He made an investment. He did something that cost him of his time, of his talent, of his energy, and he invested that in someone beside himself. I want that to be said. So, as a result, what am I going to do about that? I got to start right now. If I'm going to do this, I've got to define what it is about my life that I want, that needs to be different, and make that correction right now. Now, where you start with making that correction is right here. You understand that? It's right here where you make that decision that you're going to turn things now. You may say, I don't see how. Come on, let go of that negativity. Let go of all of those sob stories. Let go of all of the blame. Well, I could if it weren't for so-and-so or this circumstance or that. You are called to more than that. And I just want to encourage you, in the midst of the testimonies of these lives that were lived and the dreams that were had, all of these, some were children, some were adults, and we're looking back 100, 150 years, maybe even longer. But these tombstones are the testimonies of what their life meant, of what they accomplished. What will yours say? You know, the thing is, with that in mind, you don't have to wait on somebody else to do it. You can write that starting today. I mean that. You can start that starting today. And all you got to do is just begin to walk around and make the decision, Lord, this is what I would like to accomplish, and then set your heart to see that happen. I'm just telling you, it's incredible. Wow. Moses and Rosa. No, here's what it is. Let me see. Rosa. Oh my goodness. Some of this I don't even understand because it's a Jewish cemetery. Wow. He was 65 years old when he passed. February the 12th, 1888. Wow. That is incredible to me. It's incredible to me. Here's one born 1887, died 1922. His name was Joseph. Wow, you know, these are monuments to a life that was lived. What's your monument going to be like? What's going to be said of you? Can I just tell you this? The decision is yours. Now, I'm just calling you right now to a plan of action to make that happen. You don't have to reach this point with a lot of regret and a lot of things saying, I wish it had been different. You don't have to be that. That does not have to be your story. You can change it right now. Some of you may have to discipline yourself with your health. Just takes a decision. Well, I can't. Now, don't start telling me what you can't do. I guarantee you, there's not one person whose body lies in this graveyard. Not one person that wouldn't love the opportunity to have your challenges, to say we can do better. If I just had a chance, if I could just do better. You got that choice right now. So it may be your health. If it's your health, fix your health. Make the decisions right now that you're going to be in better shape and do what's necessary to make it happen. Is it with money, with opportunities? Well, get up out of the bed, get up off the sofa, and put your hands to something. Be diligent with the things that you're doing. Is it your friends? You need more friends? Then try being friendly. Smile at people and don't be so grouchy. Oh, I mean that. Just don't, there's so many wonderful things that are in this life that we have to be thankful for. Wow. I'm telling you, I'm just in awe as I stand here. I don't know if you can see this magnificent tree that is here. And it probably doesn't show up right on this thing, but I'm just telling you in person, that thing, oh my God, that had to have been here a long, long time ago. How amazing is this place? Well, I tell you what, I've enjoyed being with you. And I really, my whole point in coming to you today is because I believe in you. I do. And I believe that you can do better. And the way you start is by making the decision now to act. So write your obituary challenge tonight. And what I mean by that is here's how you do it. Here's what I would like to have been said about me at the end of my days. Does it deal with kindness? Well, you can make that happen. Does it deal with giving? You can make that happen. Does it deal with helping people? Does it deal with having a wonderful family and training your family? Does it speak of your relationship with God? I'm just telling you, it's up to you right now to make those things happen. Right now. Don't put it off. Turn off the television for 25 minutes. You may even have to turn off your computer for a few minutes and sit down and say, what do I want my obituary challenge to be? And write it down. And I'm telling you something, when you reach this place, and I'm just telling you something, we're all going to reach it. We're all going to go there. I don't know, should the Lord tarry, if he doesn't come, we're going to go there. But at the end of those days, what will the testament of your life be? The choice is yours. Does that make sense? I love you guys. I'm very thankful that I got to know you on this side. I'm very thankful that I got to have connection to you. Thank you for being my friend. That's very important to me. Your friendship is something I treasure and that I value. Okay? All right, I'm going to ask you to please push share, push like. I want it to be in my obituary challenge that you liked me. Oh, push subscribe. Please be a part of what I'm doing. Let me know. I want you to know I appreciate you, and I'm looking so forward to spending a little more time with you. And I'll be back tomorrow at the same time. God bless you. See you later, my friend.